Hey, welcome back to the channel. I want to call this Animated Minibust week because we just happen to have two in a row. So we got another great one from Diamond Select Toys. This is, of course, from their X-Men lineup. If you guys haven't seen these yet, they're really cool. They're harking back to that X-Men 97 cartoon, which, debatable if it's the greatest cartoon of the 90s. Me, I'm very partial to Batman the Animated Series, so I'm going to have to go with Batman, but maybe second greatest cartoon of the 90s. So again, similar to the Spider-Man, we had that excellent cell shading and this animated style, harking back to those 90s cartoons. Let's take a quick look at this box. You can see in the front, you have your titular character, Jubilee, which, as I recall, in the first episode, she was the first mutant we got introduced to as she's playing in the arcade and her powers go haywire and end up frying the arcade machine. Arcades were a thing back then. Some of you might not know that. But you can see Jubilee here, and on the back, little details about her appearance in the series and the details of the sculpt. On the side, you see a couple more characters. We got Gambit, Cyclops, and Jean Grey, possibly indicating some future mini-busts we'll be seeing. I mean, there's a Phoenix one right now. I don't know if they have a Jean Grey one, maybe. But maybe we'll get all of these at some point, which would be cool to have the whole lineup. They have some really cool ones. We'll have a link, of course. You could check out what they offer. Diamond Select Toys is an assortment of these animated mini busts, and they keep expanding it. It's kind of a renaissance for animated X-Men right now from the 97 series, because we got Marvel Legends, of course, doing them in this VHS-style packaging. We have Mondo doing a series of larger scale figures, and they just announced, I believe, Sabretooth. And then, of course, we have these mini busts. And then the series itself is coming back to Disney Plus, a continuation of that series. So it's a big sort of renaissance for that old school X-Men cartoon. So that's all in the box here. I mean, the real treasure is inside, so let's check it out. Not going to bore you with an unboxing. I'm not a fan of unboxings. I mean, it's just, here's the packaging and here's the product. Let's just check out the product. So there's just that foam-fitting styrofoam on the inside that's contoured to the figure to protect it and keep it from breaking. Usually these things have extremities or other pieces that could snap off, so having that foam, that form-fitting styrofoam is kind of essential to shipping this thing. Of course, you get that certificate of authenticity. This one's 364 out of 3000, and the number is also going to be written in hand on the bottom. It should be the same exact number. I've never had any difference there. So let's check out this really cool mini bust. So this really captures the look of Jubilee from the screen here, including that iconic yellow jacket she wore. Has her gloves, and then you can see that excellent cell shading there, particularly on the glasses with the two tones of pink. And then you get a little bit of it on the jacket as well with some darker contrast here. And you get a little bit of the lines to help with the contours and help you pull out that sort of the finer details here all the way around. Same with it, you can see it on the top of her pants there. The jacket predominantly covers her all the way around though, but although it is probably molded one piece, it does look like multiple pieces on there because of the layering they do, so it's kind of nice. Of course, we have to look at her little fireworks powers, sparkling powers. They put a little bit of, I think, glitter on these, as you can see here in the gleam of the light, to make them just sort of sparkle a little bit and twinkle. So they have a lot of different tones on there. You got like this translucent yellow, translucent blue, translucent pink, just to give it, a little depth to those powers and make them pop a little bit. Further, continuing on her hair here, that has a lot of dimension to it, really mimics that crazy 90s hair she had in the show. They have a ton of detail on this all the way down to the earrings. And as always, they have really tight paint applications. These lines are not bleeding over where they shouldn't be. So, this really looks like a solid resin bust of a figure that was just kind of cut in half. I mean, they really design it to make it look like it was more of a whole, not just the top of a muffin, essentially. I mean, it's the entire statue just kind of boiled down. So that's nice. They get the proportionate. And I imagine if it had legs, it would look just as well, too. Not much going on in this base. It's kind of just the standard base. Some of them have a little bit more fun to emphasize the character. We showed you guys Mysterio, and he had the, I guess that smoke he has, that mystical smoke surrounding the base, and that's sort of his thing when he was appearing or using his powers. So maybe a little bit of sparkling on here, or the fireworks, her fireworks power here would have been nice to add it onto the base to give you a little bit of the character on it. They've had some really impressive bases. We did a couple statues. We showed you guys. The one of my favorite was Bishop with that giant sentinel hand. Human Torch had a pretty cool one as well. So if you want to check those out, Diamond Select does a lot of really amazing bases for their Premier Collection or their Milestone statues. And sometimes they steal the show. I like them better than I like the character themselves. This one's just a mini bust. They don't go crazy with the bases on them. Some, like I said, like Mysterio, have a little bit more dimension to it. This one's just kind of a singular standard base. It's got a couple different colors. It's mostly this purple, but it's got a little black strip going through it. And then you got these 4 foam little bottom here to keep it from chipping as you put it down. But other than that, they really capture the look of the character. This is, you know, this is great. The series of these cel-shaded 90s cartoon characters they're doing, both in X-Men and in Spider-Man. It's just, I love seeing these. It sort of just brings it back. If you're a fan of the series, you're going to love displaying these on your shelf. They don't take up a whole lot of space here. We're talking like maybe like 3-4 inches wide at the most here, and then probably maybe 6 inches tall. So kind of compact. You could fit a lot of these on a shelf if you wanted to do all the core heroes and villains as they expand their line. You can grab these, and they just have this nice little effect, particularly on this one. So they just kind of pop a little bit more. So fun to display them, fun to have them if you're a fan of the show. Or if you're a fan of the Spider-Man show, they have those too. I think at one point they might have had the animated Batman ones. I don't think they have those anymore, but they do really nice mini busts, bringing those classic and iconic characters back to life with this great cell shading element to it. So it's just exactly how you remember it. So totally recommend it if you want to pick this up. It's out right now. I think it just came out like last month. So you should be able to grab it. And we have, of course, that code for a discount, 10% off. So you get a little bit cheaper. I think they usually come in around 50, 60 bucks. So with the code, you can knock another $5, $6 off of it. So we'll have a code for you. It depends on which site you order it from. So I can't give you the exact price point. So we'll have a code up there for you from Entertainment Earth. Of course, you can use that code for anything. It's just CoolToy22, 10% off everything in stock, plus free shipping, as long as you're spending at least $39, which honestly isn't hard to do on anything. So feel free to use that code on anything. It's a nice promotional thing we have on Entertainment Earth, so everyone that uses that code will get 10% off. It's not a single time use thing, just go nuts. So yeah, you could pick this one up. There's a ton of other X-Men mini busts you could check out on Diamond Select Toys. We'll have the link on the bottom of this video, as well as the article on our site. You can always go to our site, CoolToyReview.com, and you can see a ton of other reviews we've done on mini busts, all archived there in the reviews. Keep up with current toy news. Like, subscribe, and follow our channel in our social sites for more news as well. Comic-Con's coming up. This is the season of reveals. We're going to start having articles on what exclusives you could expect to see coming to Comic-Con, and we're only about a month and a half away. So that's going to be heating up soon, so just stay tuned for news, and we will be there covering it for you as well. We'll be at the Diamond Select Toys booth, talking with them and seeing what's new, what's in store for us, from X-Men, from Spider-Man, Marvel in general, from Indiana Jones, whatever. We'll be there talking and covering that, as well as a ton of other booths. So tune back for coverage of Comic-Con this year as well. So that's all on this bust. Like we said, they have more in this line, so you're welcome to check it out on the links we have. Pick it up now with our discount code if you want. And we have other busts we've been showing you as well. We just showed you Dr. Octopus, so feel free to check him out as well. That was pretty cool, animated Dr. Octopus. And we had an animated Mysterio. So for all your animated mini bust news, please keep turning back. So that is all for this time. So as I said, again, like, subscribe, and follow. Stay tuned for more videos covering more toys. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know. I'll try to make it happen. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.